Hey everybody, Joe Haygood here, aka mclazyj. We're back. It is Wednesday, hump day, as some might like to say, and I'm in my office recording this one today. Not too much to say. I wanted to just do just a catch-up vlog. You know, we officially hit 4 weeks from today when we will be we will be heading to Japan. Looking forward to it. We finally got our gate number and terminals addressed in the app, at least going out. We haven't gotten the ones coming back yet. But basically, we will be in the Tom Bradley terminal for our flight, which is cool. That's where I wanted to be because kind of it's the nicest terminal at LAX. It's the newest one, obviously, and just had a big refurbish. I know they're doing a bunch of remodels to some of the other terminals to kind of modernize them and make them a little nicer. But the Tom Bradley terminal is kind of like the crown jewel of LAX. It's at the top of the horseshoe, which means when you come in, you kind of have the big U. You come in this way and you go around, you go out that way. And it's kind of like the big focus. It's like right there at the top as you make the turn and go around to the other gates. So the only thing that stinks about it is American Airlines still makes you go through their main terminal counter to check your bags and everything, which is in Terminal 4. So you have to go and walk from Terminal 4 all the way over to Tom Bradley. It's not a huge walk. I guess you could take a shuttle bus between the two terminals, but is what it is. We're going to be staying at a hotel there the night before anyways, like right next to the airport. So, could be worse. Not going to complain. But yeah, the terminal's really nice. So I'm looking forward to that. I haven't been in Tom Bradley, the terminal, since like the 90s. I had a friend that we had to pick up his mom who came in from the Philippines. So, I mean, you're talking like 1991. Yeah, a long time ago. I haven't been in that terminal since then. So that's cool. We also decided to upgrade our tickets going to Haneda to main cabin extra. So more leg room, a little more service. But the big thing was getting the more leg room. That's kind of a big thing, on a flight where we're going to want to sleep. It's 12 hours, and we're going to be switching all over time zones. The idea of being able to have more legroom to stretch out when we recline the seat really, really does make a huge amount of difference. So that was kind of the primary focus. It wasn't like my seat was about 157 and something to upgrade. It was like $400 or $500 to go all the way up to premium economy. I didn't want to spend that much. We're already spending a lot of money, on hotels and on the shopping we want to do and attractions we want to do. I didn't want to spend that much money. So I felt the main cabin extra was kind of the healthy compromise. $158, it was an upgrade. We do it the one way. My wife's ticket was a little more because hers is the outside aisle seat. For some reason, they charge an extra $20 for that, or like $18 for it. It's kind of a weird deal. Now, so far, this entire row is empty except for one seat way on the left, seat A, in the row that we're in. So the fact that everything to the east of that was open, we're hoping, now granted 28 days to go, we're hoping that no one ends up sitting in that other seat next to us, and we have like kind of a nice easy flight, and we have a spare seat, and we can spread out and make ourselves a little more comfortable to sleep. Put stuff underneath the center seat, and then that way we can split between the two and have our feet open underneath instead of having to worry about a bag that might be tucked underneath there. So we also bought some new neck pillows. I believe the channel's Travel Pockets. We went with your recommendations for the Carabo neck pillow. I forget the exact one. It's the one that comes with the case and still has the snap strap in the front, not the one that has the Velcro attachment in the front. So They feel pretty comfortable. I was able to get them with Amazon credit that I had left over, so that was kind of a good deal. So they were essentially free to get 2 of them. I think they were like 39 something each, or 34 something each. Little pricier than the one my wife got at TJ Maxx, but also the TJ Maxx one my wife ditched literally 10 minutes into the flight and said never again, and literally left it in the trash can at the hotel because it was so bad. There is, as they say, you get what you pay for a lot of times. So, but yeah, we're getting down to it. I actually have to call one of my doctors this afternoon, get a letter for the prescriptions I take. I know I'm going to go through all this. I'm jumping through all these hoops to get all this paperwork, and it'll probably never be seen, watched, or used by anybody. But, I'm going to get everything taken care of and have it, because the worst thing would be to not have it and then get questioned. So the hope is we go through all this work and we never have to pull any of that paperwork out. Nobody asks any questions. But yeah, looking forward to it. We're really excited about the trip. It's been a slow year for jumping into games. I am getting into more of the games that I've got, so I'm happy about that. I didn't buy a ton of stuff during the holidays. I bought some things that were on sale. I've been playing Mafia: The Old Country, which is surprisingly good. I'm enjoying it. The knife fighting's weird, but overall the game is good. I like it so far. I've always enjoyed the Mafia games. It's an interesting setting to go into and play, playing in the early 1900s. So that's been good. Still getting my streams done here at lunch during the work week. Streams at home, still been a little hit and miss. I'm going to be streaming tonight, hopefully. I got to get a hold of Silent Taco, see if he wants to do Helldivers 2 tonight or if he wants to do something else. But yeah, that's going okay. Work's been great. Had a great, phenomenal Christmas break. I was really happy that work let us have 3 days off for the Christmas week and 3 days off for the New Year's week. So it was really nice kind of refresh and rejuvenate period. It did suck coming out of that and having a 5-day work week the first week out, but is what it is. But no, and they were very generous this year. We got great bonuses. They threw a nice Christmas party for us, gave us some nice gift cards as well, had a nice drawing, didn't win any prizes. But, it's always nice when your work really does show that they appreciate you. They definitely took care of us, and it was nice. It was really nice to see that kind of gratitude at the end of the year. So I appreciate that. It makes the hard work and sometimes difficult work, and sometimes when you get angry at work, it does make it kind of nice and appreciative to be acknowledged. So I was appreciative of that. But yeah, Japan's a big thing. I've got stuff booked. We've got Disneyland tickets booked. We've got our Small Worlds. We've got Team Labs booked. I'm waiting for Shibuya Sky and Tokyo Skytree windows to open up enough. It's close. The Skytree's close. It's like you can book up to like the 5th or the 6th. I need to be the 12th. So about another week, I'll be able to book that. That one we're going to book earlier in the day. I don't need to see the Skytree at night, so I'm fine getting like a 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock window. We'll be at Asakusa earlier in the day. We're doing a kimono rental. Me and my wife are going to rent kimonos and pay for a photo shoot for like 30 minutes. Just get some photos in front of the temple and around there. Just things like that. That will really be awesome. Looking forward to that. I think we're going to Nanako Asakusa kimono rental. I think I could have probably gone to Yay and it would have been a little cheaper, but I didn't mind. You pay a little extra, it's fine. I've seen good reviews for the place. I liked some of the videos I saw. So I'm happy with going there. So that's what we're going to do for that. And so we'll go to the Skytree later in the afternoon. That's going to be like our last full day in Tokyo before the next day, which we have a departure day. That's a late departure, not till like 8:20, 8:30 in the evening. So we've got like a chunk of the day. I might try to see if we can get our bags held at the hotel and go to like Ikebukuro for the morning and early afternoon before coming back, getting the bags, and going to the hotel. I'm sorry, to the airport. Probably get to the airport early, but I don't mind that necessarily because we could go to like the Haneda Gardens. We could go and hang out there for a little bit. It's a nice airport, so there's a lot of things we can do if we get there early. But other than that, yeah, like I've got most of the stuff planned. We did have to kill our expectations of going to Hiroshima. It was really getting tough and expensive to book the flights to go there and back. The Shinkansen wasn't any cheaper, and it was also 4 hours each direction. So it's like, I tried to find like a tour group where it might be worthwhile, but it was like $500 to do like a day tour, taking the Shinkansen, going to a bunch of sites, and then Shinkansen back. But it was like $520 a person, so we're gonna spend almost $1,000. So I was like, the flights were going to be almost $400 round trip. And I just felt like that was money we could spend elsewhere. So our trip will probably be very Tokyo focused. There's a thought about maybe trying to get out to like Yokohama or something like that just to change up the scenery one day. We'll see what happens. We've got a lot of things, and I don't know. Like, it depends on how long. Like, there may be changes based on how long we end up in each district. Like, I have a long list of, like, these are the things we want to visit in, like, Shibuya. These are the things we want to do when we're in Akihabara, and so on and so forth. But if we get done, it's like, oh, yeah, this only took, like, 4 hours, and we finished everything we wanted to do, then I might take some of the other days and kind of move it around, and we'll see what happens, you know? But, we're looking forward to it. Shibuya Sky, that's the one I do want to get for like a twilight to evening purchase because I think that one pays off. The city lights that you'll see in Shibuya, I think pays off a lot. You know, so that I think is kind of a cool one to see in the evening. Like, Asakusa, the sky tree is kind of nice because you can see all of Japan, all of Tokyo, and its sprawl and everything. And I'd rather see that in the day and get good pictures of that from the day. Whereas Shibuya Sky, that would be cool to see at night. The crossing, the buildings that surround Shibuya, all lit up in the evening. We're going to be in Shibuya on a Friday, which is kind of like, it'll be bumping and jumping around. It'll be awesome. So looking forward to it. And yeah, so like I said, this is kind of an easy, nothing too fancy. I'm actually going to kind of keep this one a little briefer than they normally get. I say that and then they end up being like 30 minutes long. But this one, I think we're pretty good to go. It's just now we're in that like stretch and it's like, I'm not having a hard time focusing at work because I have a ton of stuff I need to get done and I need to have everybody prepped for when I'm out of the office for an extended period of time and how I'm going to handle the time change and dealing with people that might want to call me. I'm going to try to send out plenty of emails that say, like, look, here are the times it would be appreciated if you would save your questions and calls, because otherwise I'm going to be getting calls in the middle of the night, and that's not going to make my wife happy or me happy. So, yeah, so looking forward to it. Oh, yeah, we already got our wireless. That's all booked, too. We're going to take the airport limousine bus. Originally, I toyed with the idea of the trains. I really did want to do the train, like the monorail. It has great views, looks awesome. I thought that would be a great train. The problem is you have to take that in, and there's like, I think you have to do 2 transfers to get to where we need to be in Shibuya that way. That train's built from like more luggage and that kind of stuff, but also we would be getting, theoretically, depending on how long it takes to get through customs, and I know they have the automated machines now, which do make it a lot easier. The idea is like, hey, if we don't get done with customs until like, let's say 4:30, we're going to be getting to our transfer points. We're going to be getting to our transfer points when like train traffic's going to be a nightmare because people are going to be getting out of work. And we're going to have big suitcases and having to put them in a train during rush hour on like the Yamanote line or anything like that. It's like, it's going to be a disaster. So The airport limousine bus, you get 2 luggage per person. You know, since each of us are going to have a carry-on, and we're also going to have like big suitcase that'll probably be half to 3/4 empty for just carrying stuff back. We just felt it was prudent to take the bus. Also, the airport limousine bus has a stop at Kabukicho Towers, which is like right next door to our hotel, the Hotel Gracery. So it's like right next door is where we can get a bus ride. So anyways, I got to go because I have somebody calling. So until next time, bye.